Let's see if there's anything else we can loot here before we head over, just to see if there's any more information we can gather. But I don't think so. I think we're just heading off with Avlok. Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm glad to know you appreciate it. Elven architecture is a bit more sophisticated than yours.
Yeah, and that is an interesting point, is that basically everything that was Elven has been destroyed in our homeworld, whereas, you know, supposedly it's been, the major cities have been built on Elven ruins, but most of the stuff is still broken down. Talk to Gel. Oh, Gels is here. So that person we may deliberately avoid. Gels is the person painting this person who does not have any clothing on.
Oh, who's this? And why are they here?
I believe we're done for the day, my tulip. Be a dear and leave us alone. For I think we can agree this matter is between us and us alone, correct?
Is that a reference to
Grivan
Avlok?
Spain,
Or directed at Avlok?
Coleman Maka, and the Witcher of Rivia. Ketmill. Do you like my new model? Something of Lara Doran about her, wouldn't you agree, Grivan?
Her height, perhaps. Nothing more.
I see I've touched a tender spot. So let's change the subject, shall we? Care for a drink?
So, this is Gels. Reminder, although he may not look like an intimidating, bloodthirsty member of the Wild Hunt, he is actually the political leader in many ways, more so than Aridin. So this guy's very dangerous. So, you know, the type of person who would absolutely spike your drink and watch you and cackle as you keel over and die. At the same time, maybe he has a little more honor than that. I don't know. I mean, let's try to be good guests here and accept their offer, but just want to keep that in mind, that this guy, we don't really want to just blindly trust him. What's up? No good, Nick. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's take the drink.
Got any vodka? Oh yeah, keep forgetting you don't touch that filth, disgraceful as it is.
Only elven spirits, thank you very much.
I must admit, you appearing here, quite the surprise, Witcher.
Yep. There's some
Incidentally,
members of the Wild Hunt.
interesting choice of allies. Do you think Avalach is honest with you?
No, absolutely not.
Curious.
Absolutely not. No way. He's very clearly withholding a lot of information, but at the same time, I don't think we can say that. This is such a trap question. Such a trap question. He's clearly withholding, I mean, he's outright said that he's withholding important information from us, right? So in that sense, he's not being honest. However, at this stage, he's been a pretty solid ally for us, at least, you know, it's put us in a pretty dangerous situation right here, traveling across time and space into the home world of the Wild Hunt. But we do, at least to a certain extent, kind of need to trust him. He's helped us thus far. So, in that sense, he's been more trustworthy than you, person who leads the force, or sort of leads the force that we are fighting against. So, basically, do we insult Avlok? Do we insult Avlok by saying, no, we don't trust, or no, it doesn't matter? Or do we play the fool and admit that, or just go, oh, of course he's being honest, when clearly, you know, that's not really the case. So, you know, either way is really wrong in some way, shape, or form. Let's play the fool here, I think, and just try to keep ourselves on, well, yeah, I think we do this.
I think that even among the NL elves, there are those capable of being decent.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Exactly like I said.
I detect a
We're playing the
shadow
fool.
of impatience in your faces, it seems. So what brings you here?
I've come to tell you who killed our king.
You've gone through a great deal of trouble to reach me,
This is
so I must believe
true.
you've put equal effort into preparing this lie.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
It's
shall
like
see the truth.
trying to find a way to
You will
convince
dream
him
it.
You've
is
been a neuromancer.
kind of important, and you just kind of brushed over that part when you were explaining this to us, and we're kind of trusting you to have a good
intuition
case,
was
but you may
correct.
not.
This will be interesting.
Okay, I don't fully follow what either of these things are trying to suggest, so, supposedly, what Avlok is at least implying here, Elves is implying perhaps, is that it's ultimately going to be through Neuromancy, which is what we did a while back with, Corinne, where you basically enter this trance-like state and see this alternate reality again, of sorts, to use that phrase, but, I don't really know what the difference between these two things are. This one just seems more polite, so let's go this route.
Better
I
believe
guess.
it. This way, please.
Witcher Geralt, a true man of action. Might I know where we're going?
I don't
To the
even
world
know.
of the Enshe.
Oh,
Directly this time.
Let's go, before any guards show up.
there already are some. Also, that guy's huge. He's like several inches taller than us. Okay, really? So I don't really know where we're gonna end up when we teleport back, nor how exactly this is gonna go down. Like, hey, we brought a friend. Also, by the way, he's like kind of a member of the Wild Hunt, and by kind of a member of the Wild Hunt, I mean like he is one of the leaders of the Wild Hunt. That probably doesn't go over too well, especially not with someone like Ciri, for example. We also weren't 100% sure what the effect was going to be on the other people's quests that we were hoping to do after this,
I
but
take it I
may not
needn't
have time
introduce
to
our
do.
guest.
Greetings, Cyril. So it's true. The swallow has befriended the fox.
There's naught you can do to make us turn on one another.
Havalach blackmailed you. Do you not remember? Tried to force you to warm our king's bed. Treated your body like a side of pork.
I remember. But I also remember what you advised Eredin do with me once I was caught. And I remember what the Red Riders did at Kaer Morhen.
Okay, can someone fill us in here?
Argue. The proof you promised. Where is it?
You will see it in your dream.
Ah, yes. The Neuromancer.
Ah, so it's Corinne again.
Visions that
Okay.
cannot be fabricated. Do you wish to show me how Eredin murdered our king? What then? Am I to incite the NL against Eredin?
I mean, ideally,
Call for revolution? And proclaim Avalach our new king?
that'd be nice. Okay, so this is never, ever going to work. Yeah, it basically was a Picasso that they were zooming in on before, right? Just a little over the top is all. Like, did you really need to linger on it? But, yeah, there's no way. Like, this guy is clearly way too pretentious, way too full of himself. Remember, alright, the hint that Avlok gave us was that this guy's weakness is that he's righteous. So, trying to tell him that we're gonna call the shots, never, ever going to work. So what we do is we definitely go this route here. I mean, still a stretch for sure. It's still quite a big ask to tell this guy to defy Eredin, but maybe given the phrasing, he's a little more inclined to do so.
Don't flatter yourself. Defy Eredin. That's all you need to do.
Very well. Have your oracle summon dreams of my king's last moments.
We shall all dream them, to make certain there are no misunderstandings.
Why not?
Alright, guess we're going in too. Corinne, can you do a 3-for-1?
The king is dead. Long live the king.
So was that Aridin? Anyone care to explain? Substantiate? Music felt very out of place.
You must face him on your terms. In this world. In a place of your choosing. It's your only chance. Sail to Skellige and find the Sunstone. With it, you will summon the Nagelfair. Eredin will come too. Should he call for reinforcements, no NL will answer.
Ah,
Most just.
look at
The
that.
portal to Tinalia will open. I shall stabilize it and you will return. Come with me.
So may not have them fighting with each other, but shut off the reinforcements, which I think is huge. Sirius like, what? How? How did you do that?
Just as well. Could have been bluffing. Might have just said that so we'd let him go.
It's true.
Damn it, we should have pressed him.
Calm down. Avalok knows him better. We'll hear him out when he returns.
Speak of the devil.
There is a lot.
Geralt's worried. He believes we let girls go too easily.
I mean, I don't really trust him. That is true. I feel like what's the real difference between these two things, right? We say we don't trust him, we're kind of implying like, hey, we might need to do more to ensure that he will follow up on his promise. Whereas if we say, we just want to be careful, it's more so seemingly suggesting that we're saying that, well, you know, Geralt's just being a worrywart, and ultimately it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna, you know, leave things as is. And I feel like we might need to just do a little bit more to confirm that he's actually, that he's actually going to do what he said he plans to do. Because, yeah, he seems like not exactly the most trustworthy fellow.
He got off cheap and easy. Sold us a few pieces of advice, some story about a sunstone.
He gave us his assurance that he'll not support Eredin. And that is quite a lot.
Do we know that he will
Seems
do
to
that?
me you have a plan. Care to share it with us?
Once we find the Sunstone, aided by your sorceresses and their magic, we shall draw Eredin's ship to a bay along the coast of Undvik. We will wait in ambush, lay a trap. When the King of the Hunt arrives, we will spring it and kill him.
Just like that.
Defeating Eredin will be no small feat, but we will accomplish it.
Okay.
Find the sorceresses of the lodge, and we'll meet at the port. Then we sail to Skellige.
Couldn't help it. I'm curious about this little matter you have to resolve.
When I was last in Novigrad, I had my share of troubles.
So I
Okay.
heard.
A few people helped me then. Others, not so much. Now I mean to repay them both. Coming with?
Oh, you're from the Midwest. Let's see. So, I think this, in large part, answers our question that we had earlier, questions, plural, that we had earlier, about whether we could do Avalok's quest, and also do Ciri's quest, and also do Triss's quest, and also do Yennefer's quest, or if we had to choose 1, 2, 3 of them, and might miss out on some of them. It appears as though we can do all of them. So for that, I'm very, very glad. And that also suggests that perhaps we do not need to be as concerned about the exact order in which we do them, because ultimately we will get to all of them. So for that reason, I mean, we did just gain a bunch of levels. Possibly even, I think at least 1, possibly 2. But level 34 is the key level for us, because once we reach that, then we can start getting the maximum tier Witcher School gear. And I think we were level 31 before all that happened, so I think we're probably 32, maybe 33 now, but I don't think we're at that level yet where we can do the Master Crafted Armor. So I think we go straight in, and after this one, we might take a break to pick up the next, or basically the best armor.
Lead the way.
Let's go, Siri.
We need to go to Temple Isle.
Don't remember you being religious?
Nor am I now. Let's go.
All right, enough dad jokes, Geralt.
Almost there.
Where are we going exactly?
To see Horson Jr.
See, the thing though is like he is kind of dead, you know, kind of despised that guy, and so you know we did have the option of sparing him, and usually I do like to spare people when we have the chance to do that, but this was one time when I felt like we ought to have made an exception to the rule. Now, of course, did at the time feel like there was certainly the chance that it would come back to bite us, but yeah, we killed him.
Bit late for that. He's dead.
I asked Sultan, and he said Horson's alive and well on Temple Isle.
I was there, stuck a sword in his gut.
Your hand must have slipped, because it seems he's recovered.
What? Excuse me? What?
Why are you doing this again?
I want to look him in the eyes.
What
Excuse
then?
me?
Don't know. Depends what I see.
Deal with this stuff? I mean, there is a guard right there. Probably shouldn't. Nice. Yeah, there was a lot of loot here previously, but we didn't take it because there were these guards. And not much has changed there, although we are now here with Ciri. And this is interesting, because we were here once when we were doing a Ciri-only mission trying to escape from Temple Isle, so to be here with Geralt as well feels a little bit odd. But I don't know. Is this going to be like Dudu pretending to be
What?
Junior?
Here to see Mr. Wiley.
Mr. Wiley's expecting important guests, so bugger off, you turds!
Sure. Give him the old axie.
Deal, maybe?
Yeah, a deal.
Go on upstairs. Boss is waiting.
Thanks. Okay.
That was
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, Ciri, but I do feel as though
strange.
To say the least.
I wonder what they're doing.
We'll know
worth
soon enough.
saving. Yeah, for a second I thought Ciri was thinking that's strange to us just using an axie, which is like, I mean, yeah, you can't use signs. Can we steal this? Seemingly, yes. For a second I thought Ciri was like, what? It's so strange. You mind control them. Like, Ciri, I know you can't do it yourself, but at the same time, you have to have seen other Witchers do that before, right? Also, get on it, Ciri. Come on. You gotta learn those skills. I mean, yes, you do some crazy other powerful abilities. This is true. But you gotta get the fundamentals as well, right? Okay, this guy's just casually doing their workouts. Yeah, so is this actually going to be Junior or not? I certainly have my doubts, but I suppose it's remotely possible. I am, at the very least, at the moment, dare I say, comforted by the lack of dead, mutilated bodies in here, which is one of the primary reasons why I did opt to try to kill him last time. Because that, frankly, I felt like that to stop.
Who do we have here? Finally found your little ward. Took your sweet fucking time.
Seems in fine health to me.
Ah, because you thought you killed me that time. Surprise a fucking prize. Shut your trap,
Yeah.
witch. Before somebody fills that hole for you.
Enough! I'll finish what you started.
Whoa, whoa, stop, it's me, Dudu Beaverfell.
Thought so.
You really didn't recognize me?
I thought so. Prove it.
Wait, Ciri. After the heist, after Dijkstra's vault was emptied, you vanished. How'd I find you? Quick.
Butcher's Yard, the Mama's Plate, Priscilla's. You dragged me onto the stage.
Sheathe your sword, Ciri. It's doo-doo.
Gods! You give me quite the scare.
Yeah, was maybe a little over the top.
Not wise.
Might
to
have gotten
play
yourself
games
in a
with
bit of
Witcher.
trouble there.
Horson Jr.? Was there no one else you could impersonate?
Once we'd fled, I'd no idea what to do. I could only hide for so long. They'd find me sooner or later. It wasn't our decision. We knew he was dead, but not many others had caught on. That was my chance.
No one mourned for Horson Jr. In all his miserable life, he'd never helped a soul. Amusingly, once dead, he became a useful member of society. They say everyone deserves a second chance. Seems true enough. Horson got his, in a way, sharing it with a doppler named Doo-Doo.
Sure.
That was courageous, Dudu. I'd never expect it from you.
Neither would I. Oh, by the way, you've no idea at the relief I feel you're alive and well.
Thanks.
And I'm relieved I didn't slit your throat.
That too. Sure, we can catch up and whatnot, although it hasn't been that long since we last saw Dudu, at least for us, for Geralt, but for Ciri, it's certainly been quite some time. But, Ciri did have some other reason for coming down here initially, so I'm just a little, still wondering, a little confused what that reason was, because, is there anything other than the small talk here?
Shows an interesting line of business.
Dudu's always had a head for numbers. What's a few brothels and casinos? He'll manage.
That's the thing. I don't need to. 2 weeks after Wiley died, I announced I'd seen the light of the eternal fire. Sold all the illegal enterprises. I'm a blue water trader now.
Horson's men didn't protest.
I've contacts in the guilds. Run a thriving trade. Profits are twice what they were before. To Wiley's men, a purse twice as heavy means twice as much respect for the men handing it to them.
Suppose so. Does, usually they say, once you get into that lifestyle, there's no getting out of it, so still a little surprised they were able to do so smoothly, but if you say so. But, yeah, any concerns that, say, people will ultimately find out?
Be careful. You could get found out.
Wiley's men are too stupid to catch on. His colleagues ain't much better.
Siggy's a smart
Even
guy.
you were fooled.
And that might have ended
Not really.
very badly for you.
True. I get a bit carried away at times, but mostly I'm careful.
Okay, but, this is kind of what I'm getting at, is, do we just say, alright, nice to see ya, we're on our way? Maybe it would have been different had this been actual Junior, in which case Ciri would have had more to say to him, and because it's Dudu, this is turning into just a casual conversation. But it just seems a little odd that there doesn't seem to be much significance to this rendezvous.
Time's up.
Right. We must still go by the Golden Sturgeon.
It was nice to see you both. And take care of yourselves.
You too.
So long, Doo-Doo. Why are we going to the Sturgeon?
To see a girl who helped me once.
Who might that be?
Friend of Dandelion's. Her name's Bee. She's a waitress at the Golden Sturgeon. Helped me contact Dandelion.
I don't think we've
I
heard
wish
of
to
Bee
thank
before.
her. She risked a lot.
Risked a lot? How's that?
The temple guard were breathing down my neck. If she'd been seen with me, she might have been flogged or worse.
Always getting into trouble.
I'll take after you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Like father-ish, like daughter-ish. Let's just double check where... Now we can check our map. Oh, okay, you're just telling us to follow Ciri, you're not actually telling us where we're going. Oh, Golden Sturgeon, which is, over here. But, we did get some experience. We're still level 32. We do have a skill point, but yeah, 34 is the key one, because once we get there, we can upgrade our gear. And, like I was saying before, conflicted as to whether we should continue to upgrade Razor Focus, which feels like it's not that important to upgrade, So we're mostly just doing it so that we can get closer to getting to the last row here. Or alternatively, we take Rend, which at the moment we don't have space for, so we need to remove something to make room for it. Maybe it's something that once we upgrade it a few times, we feel okay about getting rid of something to put this in. Let's take a look at some of our sign upgrades here and see if there's anything that we might want to get rid of. Yeah, the active shield for Quen, I've occasionally accidentally activated, but never intentionally sought to do it. So, or at least very close. Like, maybe 1 or 2 times have I deliberately at least tried to do it, and then I probably didn't actually make it happen. So part of me feels like could potentially get rid of this one. And then put in something like either Rend, or at least once we do finally get down to this bottom row, I think it was Sunder Armor we were saying we were eyeing the most closely. Ooh, although Deadly Precision does seem like that would work very well to go along with the adrenaline points that we're gaining from stuff like Razor Focus. This one... crossbow, no. Casting a sign. 3 adrenaline points, if available, will be consumed to upgrade the sign to the highest level, unlocking all bonuses, and increase sound intensity by 25%. And we can do that 5 times, so this is an interesting one. If we do go this route, and in many ways, this is sort of like saying, okay, ignore all of the sign tree. It's irrelevant now. By going all out combat, you actually gain any of the benefits from the sign tree. It does mean that you're spending adrenaline points in the process, which it does weaken you, at least temporarily, for your physical attacks, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not a perfect answer, at least not at this stage. Maybe once we do start unlocking this last row, then start to have a little bit of a clearer route to take. But let's continue to upgrade the one that we've upgraded previously, because at least at the moment, yes, we are certainly short on space putting in those upgrades.
I visited a city once that was very much like Novigrad, but the people there were much taller and had dark skin.
This somewhere in Zeracania?
No, in another world.
Oh,
What's it like, hopping between worlds? Anything like passing through a portal? Or different?
I mean, we did just do some of
A
that
bit
stuff.
different. It was hard going at first. I wasn't very good at controlling it, so I had to concentrate intensely and hope I didn't land in the crater of an active volcano.
Yeah.
The training I did with Avalok was very helpful.
Okay, so we did train you in that
I
regard.
think of the place I wish to travel to, close my eyes, and it's done.
It's impressive, for sure. I mean, we heard that, she has very powerful abilities, but oftentimes doesn't know how to control them. So I'm a little bit surprised that those abilities are that well practiced, that she can reliably teleport exactly where she wants to. That's supposed to be... That looks remarkably blue, that house there. Like bright blue. I think that's just the lighting. And it's next to this building, one to the left, which in this lighting looks kind of green, but it's actually gold, and we've been in there before, but a little odd.
Well, another freak.
Thanks.
Interesting. To surrender unorthodox books. Grimoires and tracts
No thanks.
sacred flame especially.
Okay, so yeah, I think she said we're headed to the Golden Surgeon, in which case we should be fairly close now, just around this corner. And it's V that we're trying to see, but like I said, haven't heard anything about her. We have... Let's double check our update here. Wait for daylight? That's about, but... Let's see, so first name on the list was Junior, though Geralt swore he had killed Junior with his own hands. Rumor had it that the mafioso was alive and well. Geralt and Ciri thus decided to pay him a surprise visit. They discovered Dudu had turned his death into a prime business opportunity, took on the underworld boss's form, and then took over his criminal organization, transforming it into a legal and more profitable than ever enterprise. So yeah, my guess there is that if we had not killed Junior, that would have gone very differently, and perhaps would have been more eventful than what we saw this time around. But okay, let's head in. See if we can chat with B. Wherever she may be.
Gave you a chance. Should have taken it.
I spit on anything you give me.
You'll regret that, you cow.
Mind your manners. You're talking to a lady.
Stay out of this. This is not your concern.
Sure about that? Leave on your own, or I'll throw you out. This feels like this is just a continuation of the same sentence. Leave on your own, or I'll throw you out. Why separate these two things into separate options? Let's try to take the peaceful approach going this one here. Of course, they're going to say no.
Sure it is.
You're a fucking freak too.
He is. Very dangerous at that. The butcher of White Orchard.
What
What?
did he do there?
White
Trim
Orchard?
the trees.
Eugen. He slew half the village.
We
Dragged
did?
the bodies of the alderman and his wife behind his horse to Novigrad. Let's get out of here.
What?
That's pretty good advice your friend's offering.
When did we do that?
Sorry.
I mean, why not just say that we're the Butcher of Blaviken, which is correct?
Thank you. They seem more determined this time.
Shouldn't cross them, I told you.
I'm to bar non-humans from this establishment because some thugs threaten me. Not likely.
It's so good to see you, B.
And you, Siri. Who's your charming companion?
That's my sort of dad. Defender of the Downtrodden. Oh man, that does have a very nice ring to it. Is that a nickname for Robin Hood? Because it really feels like it. Yeah, being able to teleport from one world to the next in the blink of an eye and being able to control it well, so you can actually be sure that you're not going to end up in an active volcano, would be totally amazing. I've always said that whenever people asked me, you know, the classic, like, I don't know, 11-year-old question, like elementary school question, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? My answer was always being able to control time/space. Because that's just like, if you genuinely have perfect control over it, then that's just, you know, there's no matching that, right? There's so much you can do with that ability. So let's see. I think just no one in particular. Don't worry about me. I am curious what happens if we say Defender of the Downtrodden.
A defender of the downtrodden.
Just so happens that I was just trodden upon head to toe. Perhaps you'd be kind enough to help me recover.
B, you strumpet. Control
Whoa.
yourself. This is Geralt.
Yeah, that would be rather awkward.
Why didn't you say so to start with?
Now this is
Very
really
nice to
awkward
meet
because
you.
I kind of hit on your
I've heard
sort of
so
dad.
much.
Okay. What have you heard? I mean, it's not that that's terribly important, but sure.
What, for example?
For example, how you've saved her from woes so many times she's lost count.
Siri's like, no,
And how
that's
you always know how
embarrassing.
to
Don't
make
say
her
that.
laugh. That's Siri, of course. Other ladies, however.
B, I'm standing right here.
All right. So, what brings you here, darlings?
I wanted to thank you for everything.
Oh, stop. Anyone would have done the same in my shoes.
Not many would have done it with such courage. Thank you. This is for you. A trinket to remember me by.
Oh, my. It's beautiful. Thank you.
What is it? We'll never know.
Will you stay for stew? And keep slaughtered a piglet this morning?
Hope it wasn't Piglet from that town of Piglets.
But we must still
That we
visit Far
rescued.
Corners.
Ah, off to see Valdo, eh? Well, shan't stop you then. They'll feed you properly there too, no doubt. Farewell to you both. And do take care of her, Witcher.
I will. So long.
All right.
Oh, Witcher.
Not
I've been
so
touring
bad.
for another ballad.
So, your friend, B.
What about her?
Nothing. Seems nice.
Daryl.
I say. What's there to see in Far Corners?
For what it's worth, I was not
Some
going to try to
traveling
pursue that anyway, but
Non-humans. When I came here before, I wanted to contact Triss. Life
so
was
this is the
hard.
person to help you do that?
I quickly spent nearly everything the Baron gave me. Triss and I never met because the temple guard showed up.
Right.
I was a wanted woman afterwards.
Triss didn't try to contact you?
How could she? She didn't know anything. In fact, she thought she was to meet another alchemist wanting to flee Novigrad. I preferred not to put her in danger. I was being hunted. Had not a copper to my name. Then I met Valdo. He and his troop helped me. Then introduced me to B. And through B, I found Dandelion. You know the rest.
Okay. Certainly helps piece things together a bit. Okay. Now we're in far corners. Yeah, there are a ton. I mean, a ton of Redanians here now.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of
We just like, real quick, just in case. You know, why not? So it's like, come on, Geralt. You always have to be like this. You stop off at every whetstone that we pass.
Where's this friend of yours?
There! Valdo!
Oh, we were here so long ago, and I was wondering what the deal was with these people out here.
Ciri, you devil incarnate, where have you been?
Come here, darling. Hello. What's this? Brought your granddad?
Hey, Gar, you're incorrigible. Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia.
Defender of the
greetings.
downtrodden.
We've heard heaps about you.
Exaggerated tales from Ciri, probably. Nah. Thank you for helping
Likewise.
Ciri out.
And thanks for helping Ciri.
Oh, we had no choice. Found it hard to refuse a lass like her. Well, good you're here. Come in the nick of time. Would have been gone by tomorrow.
You're leaving?
They're to start resettling non-humans shortly. We'd rather stay ahead of events.
I understand.
Problem is, we just lost 2 horses. And another 2 are too weak to haul anything.
Nah, we'll manage somehow. We don't leave till tomorrow, so naught to worry about today.
Yes, for some. I'm off to see a merchant. There's a chance I can trade our nags for a healthy horse. Wouldn't want Valdo to have anything to worry about tomorrow.
Maybe we can help?
Any way we can help?
Oh, don't fret about us. We always get by somehow. Right, Ciri? What brings you here?
I've come to apologize. I disappeared so suddenly, then...
Ah, pish posh. What matters is you're back, and you're well.
This is for you. All that you loan me, plus a small premium.
Ciri, you know I can't take this.
And you know I shan't let you refuse.
I know. We'll make it the pot for a wager. Do you still race?
Of course.
Oh.
Then I challenge you. Geralt, will you join us?
Oh? All 3 of us? In that case, it's a little bit strange. What happens if Ciri wins? Does she just keeps the money and then we never see it, and it's only if Geralt wins that we actually can use it? How exactly does that play out? Care to explain? What am I saying? Of course.
Gladly.
A man after my own spirit.
I mean, no big deal or anything, but we're like kind of the champion of the world when it comes to horse racing, so, you know, we dabble in it every now and again.
Geralt, choose one of these.
Oh, what?
Coming,
We don't get
coming.
Roach? What? Oh, we're going straight. Okay, straight into it. Okay. Also, how long of a trip is this? And it is always a bit of a challenge the first time that we try these races, because we don't necessarily know where the finish line is, and this appears to possibly be it. No, it isn't. Except where the heck are we going now? Okay, here it is. Okay, we just want to be mindful of the stamina.
Watch where you're going or you'll fall.
I don't know where we're heading, which does make this rather difficult. I believe this is maybe... No, it is not the finish line. I take it back.
Just want to admire you from the side.
Okay, we have some pretty decent stamina here. We also have a pretty decent lead. But here, okay, there we go. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Left him in the dust.
Can still beat you.
I let you win.
Sure you
Lovely
did.
race. Well, this calls for a celebration. Stay the evening. We've several barrels of Kedwin's best. Bonfires to be lit soon, round which all will gather. This night shall be ours.
All right, if you insist. I mean, we kind of have really important time-sensitive things to do, but sure, why not?